What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of the New World Wrestling Podcast. Yes, we are branching out. We are not doing superhero stuff this time, but we are doing wrestling, pro wrestling, and both of us are very excited. I am the man, besides Becky Lynch, she's the man, but I am the other man, Andy York, joined by, and we don't have a wrestling name for you yet, but I'll go ahead and call you Superman Nikko.
That's pretty good, though, because I soar through the skies.
Yeah, we could call you, like, the big dog. We could, like, make you Roman.
No. I don't want cancer.
Oh, that...
Oh. Okay, I mean... Anyway,
starting off hot.
He's a great human being, and
he is.
I really wish that I would have appreciated him more than I did.
I feel the exact same way. I feel bad now for booing him, like when I did.
It's not just that. Yeah, obviously this is a tragedy. I would wish him the best, But I think watching like the behind the scenes stuff, he's always like I watched the thing after the Royal Rumble. Do you watch the 24?
I saw some of it. I saw Brock throw the Universal Championship.
That was really great.
That was great.
Roman like taking all the licks, and it showed him after the match. He's like, I just hope that this proves to the people that I'm willing to do anything. I think they were trying to build sympathy for Roman, and I think this Vince was like, no, you got to get your ass beat. These people still don't like you. And he did that, for us, so we could enjoy him being champ.
This episode is actually going on the Nerd Crew channel, and it's all about NXT Takeover. And then we'll do a Rumble one that will be on NewWorld Nerds. So check both of those out. Show both channels love.
Link in the description. I'm giving you stuff to do.
Yeah, I'll put his link in the description. He'll put my link in the description. That sounds really weird.
I'll put it all up in the description.
But we are going to talk about NXT Takeover Phoenix for this episode, and it was a really good show.
Isn't it always?
It always is like it's either like a really good show or like the greatest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between. There's nothing worse. I did feel like this one was a little lackluster than some of the other ones. But it was still good.
I don't watch NXT like normally. I'm one of those.
Yeah.
I just watch the takeovers, and every time I tune in, they're amazing. Lackluster. Did you see Ricochet land on his fucking feet?
Well,
that was amazing.
We'll get to that. We will get to that. It was amazing, but some of the other matches didn't deliver as much as I thought they would.
Like Shayna Baszler and...
Yeah, and Matt Riddle and Cassius Ohno didn't hype me up like I thought it would. But everything else was really good. So we'll go ahead and go down the card.
Yeah, go for it.
Hit match by match and do that. So it started off with what always seems to start in NXT TakeOver. A really hot tag team match between the Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy Strong versus War Raiders. It was a great match. I mean, it was a great... I don't think you could start off the show any better than what it did.
No, I hate it when people are like, WWE doesn't have good tag teams. Like, yeah, they do. They're just all in NXT.
The main roster tag teams are awful.
Yeah, they're god.
But NXT tag teams are absolutely amazing. I don't know what the difference is, but...
I mean, besides the best tag team in the world, no Mac and no Miz.
That's a joke for another podcast.
That's a joke. Y'all can take that one home. Like, comment, subscribe.
Anyways, we'll get to that later, a lot later. But I thought this match was really good. I actually thought Undisputed Era might retain here by heelish way, and then like they would have another match later on.
So you're saying you got your prediction wrong?
Oh, I did bad all weekend. It was rough.
We'll talk about Sunday's picks on the next podcast.
Oh yeah, but this when I did these picks, I only got two right, and they were the two obvious ones. Like all the other ones, I tanked.
It made me feel confident going into Sunday.
Yeah, you should have, because Sunday didn't start off much better at all. But like the Undisputed Era versus War Raiders was a really great way to start off the show.
For sure.
It was I think Kyle O'Reilly might be like the best seller in WWE because like he is so funny. He's over the top, but he is absolutely like skilled in the ring. He's really great.
Yeah.
And then the big dude from War Raiders was like flipping around like Ricochet was.
I don't even understand.
It was crazy.
Like I saw them in War Games. I have no idea how that guy does half of the shit he does. Like
the springboard back elbow thing he did was like ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Gravity forgot
he's
that guy.
He's basically like Killian. Yeah, he's basically like Killian Dane, except like he can move a lot. Which Killian Dane can move really quick.
Yeah.
But like Hansen like can fly around the ring like crazy.
That was amazing. I was like, oh man, I'm so excited for them to like mess around with like the bar or something like that. And it's just like, well, they show up on SmackDown once every blue moon, and that's it. That's all we get. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
tangent. That's a tangent.
That's a big tangent. We can talk about failed NXT call-ups.
That's a whole
podcast.
Yeah,
that's a whole podcast.
That had to be a bonus episode.
Yeah. But yeah, this match was really good. It was a great way to start off the show. War Raiders had a really great entrance too.
Oh yeah,
with the Vikings and everything. That was great.
See, I was like, dude, does this normally happen on NXT? Like this is dope. Like this is
like
so
at first
cool.
I thought it was like Aleister Black because you had the candles. And everything. So it was like we're starting off with like the World Championship match like at first.
Yeah. And
then I saw the Vikings walk out and I was like, oh no, I know where we're going with this.
That was so badass. I was like, am I watching the Broadway version of 300? What's going on?
It was great. I absolutely loved it. And then so we have that match. War Raiders win in a really strong fashion. Then we move to Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno, bro.
That guy's cool. I love how he comes in.
I like him.
He flips off his little flip flops. Like this guy.
Yes, it's great. It's so much fun. I know a lot of people like don't like him.
Why?
They hate the bro. It sounds like Vince Russo to them.
I love it. I think it's great, dude. Like
he's been because I used to watch him like at Progress when he like wrestled in Progress with like Pete Dunne and all them. Okay. And like he's really good then, and then now like I think he's going to be like one of the major stars that's going to get called up to like the main roster at some point. I think he'll be like top tier superstar when he gets called up.
I'm done saying stuff like that. Like I don't have faith in the main roster at all. I just don't I do not doubt his abilities. He has obvious like great.
I doubt talent. Vince's ability to understand what they do.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope we see it. I'm just focused on him on NXT right now. Like, where's he going to go from this? Is he going to go into another feud? Is he going to maybe try for the North American Championship?
That's what I thought. I think he might try to go for that. But like Cassius Ohno, I feel like he's the veteran in NXT who just puts guys over.
Oh,
I don't think he's won a match in like 6 years. But like he's really good too. Like for a guy his size, he's really good. And like those elbows he throws are stiff.
He's got the sexy physique of a Mick Foley.
Mm.
But so he's basically the Dolph Ziggler of NXT. Just fight the dude coming up the coming up and comer dude, and and
you're good. Yeah. That's all you got. That's all you got to do.
You get a paycheck just the same.
He did get a paycheck just the same. But there was at one point like Matt Riddle got kicked square in the face that busted.
Yeah, he started bleeding. It was crazy,
and it was stiff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Matt Riddle goes over the finish to this match and the finish to most matches this weekend were a little weird.
I just remember I'm gonna be honest with you. I was doing homework. I put it on mute, and I was just doing homework while I was watching this one. And then I just remember him getting on his shoulders in a really crazy way.
Yeah, and then he started like he was punching him in the face, and Cassius Ohno tapped out. So he tapped out just getting punched in the face. So it was weird.
That is weird,
but it worked. It made Matt Riddle look really strong. So Matt Riddle goes over in a okay match. It wasn't the best thing in the world. Yeah. It was for Takeover standards. It was okay.
Yeah. For a main roster standards, best match of the night.
Probably. But the best match of the night by far was the next match, Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano.
That instant classic.
Absolutely amazing.
I can't wait. I can't wait for them to mess them up on. No, dude, that was sick. Like that, you can show that. I took a Snapchat of that.
Which one? He did 6 different moves that you could do that.
I have no idea, dude. Ricochet, like, oh yeah, Neville's the man that gravity forgot. No, this guy doesn't even exist in the same dimension that gravity resides in.
Gravity never,
never knew
Ricochet.
That's perfect. Yeah, gravity didn't forget about him. They never even heard of Ricochet. Oh my God.
Because he went to go hit like a Phoenix Splash, and like he hung in the air for like 3 minutes. Like
you might as well, every time he jumps, ridiculous. You gotta put a timer.
And then so there was like three or four spots in this match that like I was out of my seat actually jumping for. The first one was when Johnny tried to do a Hurricane Run off the top rope, and Ricochet stuck the landing. And like that the whole exchange after that was great. Like the counters and the kicks, everything was great.
I love how he walked off like it was nothing. Like the way he landed, he's just like, what?
I do this every night. Yeah. I do this all the time. What are you talking about?
Beautiful.
And then like 2 minutes later, like Johnny's outside the ring on the other side behind the ring post, and Ricochet just takes off running and jumps over everything. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, I don't think he pushed off the ropes either. Like, I think it was just like a flat foot jump. Like,
I'll never understand. But he's the reason that people think the ring's a trampoline. It's just because the way he moves.
It's not.
It is not.
I can
There's wood under there.
There is wood. There's a lot of wood under there.
That's what she said.
Like,
Thank you. I'll be here the whole podcast. NewWorld Nerds, like, subscribe.
Oh, we've gone off the rails already.
No, we're right on.
Oh yeah. And then Johnny tries to do a suicide dive. Ricochet catches him, and then Johnny does a reverse Hurricane Rana, like where Ricochet spikes himself on like his head on the floor. And then you had the exposed concrete where he hits a suplex, so that was nasty.
They do that all, or him and Tommaso Ciampa would do that all the time. Like, that's all I was thinking of.
Yeah.
And I just, every time that happens, because people are like, well, it was padding. Yeah, what happens when he takes it out? What happens then?
And, like, you hear the thud. Like, you hear him just, like, bounce off. It was ridiculous.
But in NXT, I feel like you hear every freaking hit.
Oh, they mic the ring so well in NXT.
It's so great.
Like, it's so well. But, yeah, by far, match of the night, match of the weekend. Match of the year, maybe, because it was...
As of now, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think NXT is also great, but I think, like, I know I've been talking a bunch of mess about the main roster, but Andrade versus Rey on SmackDown has also been very good.
Yeah. And then, like, Seth versus Drew on Monday last week was really good.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So, I think, which we'll talk about here, like, when we get to the Rumble. Yeah. But I think like Mania is shaping up to be a really strong card too.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
The Rumble is also like, when you look at it, that's a big, nice looking card.
Oh yeah, it was a good show all around. But we'll get to that on the next podcast. And then we can move quickly past this match because it really wasn't anything. Shayna Baszler versus Bianca Belair. Kind of not a waste of time, but not that great of a match.
Hey, her crony is running again. Wow.
Unexpected. That might be one of the stiffest things though, like her hair, because she cut Shayna's stomach when she hit her.
Oh my God!
Did you not see that?
No, I didn't see that.
There was a scar like that long on Shayna's stomach from where like she got whipped in the stomach with her hair.
See, my girlfriend was like, "There's no way that's real because it's way too long."
I think it's like a rope. Like I think it's just like a rope they dyed black and like just hang from her head and then just she swings it.
Works,
man. Hits everybody.
Everyone's got a gimmick.
Everybody's got a gimmick. But yeah, I thought this match was okay. It wasn't as good as like some of the other Shayna Baszler matches, but Bianca's not as seasoned as a lot of other people that Shayna's face. So
there's still a few spots where you could see like the talent. Like where she would just like pick. I think I had her on her shoulders one time and gave her a good power slam, and it was really good. And man, she's got sick abs, dude. Like you could see the former bodybuilder in her.
We come to the main event: Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black. This match started off really slow. I thought at first, because I think the crowd was still tired from the Ricochet Johnny match.
Yeah, for sure.
That match was ridiculous. And then so I think like they started off slow, but then like they picked up the pace quick, and it just went crazy. I really liked that they were selling Aleister's knee.
Yeah,
and like how they set all that up was really. I thought that was really smart.
He was working on it all match too.
Yeah, and he was selling really well. I think like the one like when he first injured it when he slammed his knee into the ring step. I know like it's his foot hitting it more than his knee, but that still sounded like it hurt.
Yeah.
And then like you keep going, progress through the match. Ciampa obviously pulls the floor up and exposes the concrete once again.
That's what you got to do. You got to use a heel, classic heel move.
That's how you win. You just expose the floor and hit somebody with it.
Yeah.
But I think they messed that spot up a little bit because I don't think like when Alistair did the double knees, I think Ciampa's head hit like the double matted side instead of like the actual concrete.
Maybe there's a camera trick. Switch cameras real quick.
Switch cameras real quick. But it was still a really impressive spot. It was still a really impressive match. I don't know. I don't think it'll get 5 stars or anything, but I think it was a good way to kind of end that feud. I think Aleister Black might go up to the main roster after Mania.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that there's a ton of NXT people still like waiting to come up. Basically, like I thought we were gonna get Lars Sullivan in the Rumble, and we didn't.
I thought we were gonna get like EC3 or somebody at least.
Yeah, I thought, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I definitely, and I love the spot after that, like especially like the halftime heat stuff. Like I didn't even know that was a thing, but I didn't know that I wanted this until like it freaking happened. And just like the Velveteen Dream, like sitting like outside. I was like, oh, he's saving his energy for tomorrow, maybe. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought.
I was thinking something like that, but then he came out for that spot where it was all there 3-on-3 after Gargano came out, and then Adam Cole came out, and Ricochet came out, and Aleister Black's like, hey, I'm still here.
Came hobbling up the ramp.
And I love how they showed at the Rumble how Triple H came out, and then they're all like, whoa. Like, hey.
Yeah.
He's like, chill, calm down. Like, he's getting into everybody.
Everybody calm down.
Yeah. It's like, whoa, whatever you say. You're the game. We're just playing in it.
We're just... Don't call Stephanie, because she'll really slap all of us in the face.
Yeah. Whoa. She's probably still nursing an arm injury from Robin.
Probably. Or who knows what else. But I'm actually really excited for the halftime heat. I'm more excited than I am for Maroon 5 because I'm not a Maroon 5 fan at all.
More excited than I am for that Super Bowl. Who wants to watch Tom Brady win another one?
Hey, the referees are screwing everybody over, so maybe they'll do it again.
Yeah, they're all from California, I heard.
That's the good thing about WWE is the refs are never going to screw up. It's never in their hands. It's always up to Vince.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, yeah. Refs are very sturdy, very diligent. The best ref I've ever seen was Kurt Hawkins last Monday.
No, that was bad. That made me mad.
No,
that's the whole.
He was eaggle-eyed, 20/20 vision.
When it came, until it was against the Revival, then all of a sudden he was fine with it. It was I hate that Revival storyline.
Just
go to AEW already.
Just put one half of the AOP with him. Let's just say, let's just give a big old F you to the fan. F you to the fan. I
think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what they're doing for sure.
Then go. I would. I would.
Yeah. If I was, I don't know why they haven't left yet. I would have left like a year ago because they haven't. It's been bad. But yeah, overall it was a really good show. Probably not the best takeover of the year. It probably won't be the best takeover of the year.
Nah. But
I do think it was a really strong showing. I don't know. I actually think this is the first time though that I enjoyed the main roster pay-per-view more than the takeover.
I did enjoy the main roster pay-per-view a good amount. There's definitely probably just one match I got soured on, but that's because, again, my heart might have been in it a little too much. But besides that, it was definitely a good show. Definitely, our takeover. Well, I think it was still good, very consistent. Like just another.
Yeah.
And I'm the only thing that's holding me back from saying it. I enjoyed it less than the main roster show is just that Ricochet Johnny Gargano match. It was so good.
Yeah.
And then for Johnny to get his first singles title was really awesome.
Yeah. My only thought process process is, though, is if you take away that match, the card kind of falls a little bit. And so that's why I think it's – because they're like – I think New Orleans last year, like the card was ridiculous because you had the ladder match for the North American Championship that was crazy. And then you had the Undisputed Era versus like Pete Dunne and Roddy Strong versus AOP or something like that. And that's when Roddy joined Undisputed Era. So that was great.
That was awesome.
And then you had
Tommaso
like
Ciampa
Aleister Black.
Versus, that one too. But
Aleister Black versus Andrade, I think that one was.
Yeah, something like
which
that.
Which was really good. So like that card was really good. Like every match was amazing on it. And then this one was like the opening match was really good. And the middle match was really good. And the ending match was pretty good. And then everything else was like,
Yeah.
So. But overall, it was a really enjoyable show. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you haven't watched it, why are you watching? Listen to a podcast. That's something I never understood is why people get mad at spoilers when you click on something that says, hey, we're reviewing this one thing. So, do you have any other thoughts on TakeOver or anything?
Just a very consistent, like you were saying, consistent TakeOver. There probably will be better ones, like WrestleMania weekend. TakeOver is shaping up to be a good one. Especially after that halftime heat thing. Like, I'm very excited to see where that goes. Johnny and Tommaso Ciampa back together, maybe? Or is he going right after that NXT championship? Don't know. We'll find out.
Find out. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
I think we'll get another Johnny Tommaso match on NXT before they get called up.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Johnny might be the one to take the belt off of Tommaso.
Yeah, and it would make more sense that way. And I'm just curious to whether if they'll go like heel versus heel. Will he be babyface Johnny Gargano again?
See, what I thought might happen is like at Mania weekend, like Johnny defends his championship, Tommaso defends his championship, and then both of them go for the tag team championships. And like during the match, that's when like Johnny, like this has been his whole plan the entire time is to make Tommaso think that he's on his side. And during that match, Johnny turns on him. Babyface Johnny again, then you go into that match.
It was all a ploy. All of it.
So, which like would play in really well because like at the end of tonight, or not tonight, but at the end of TakeOver, when they both were holding the championships up, both of them had a smirk. And so I think like Tommaso's smirk was like, oh, I finally got him like on the dark side. And like Johnny's smirk was like, I've got him right where I want him. So I think that would work really well. That's a matchup that I would love to see one more time. And then have Adam Cole just beat everybody for it and let him be NXT.
Yeah. And then
I have a man crush on Adam Cole, and I am not afraid to admit that.
He's great. I thought that he should be before the smirks. I thought it should definitely be Adam Cole to take the NXT Championship at WrestleMania.
I actually got to meet him one time.
That's awesome.
Outside of NXT here in Nashville, I was one of those fans. I was waiting at the bus, but. Like he came up and like shook hands with all of us, took pictures with all of us. Was like really nice.
Throw up a picture. Throw up the picture.
I will. I'll throw the picture up. It's boom right there, right there. It's great.
You just have it like in your wallet, just like you look at it. And you're like, Adam.
That's what I go to sleep to every night.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's under the pillow. What was I thinking?
It's under the pillow. Yeah, because like that night I got to meet him. Johnny and Eric Young for some weird reason.
Eric Young's awesome.
But it was still
dude.
He is. I love the way he talks.
Dude, this is gonna sound so weird, but we had a grand opening for the place of my employment, and they hired a DJ, and he looked exactly like Eric Young.
Maybe that's where he's been all this time as a DJ.
Yeah, because Santa is nowhere to be seen. Maybe
he's got like the bandana and like the look of like a weird hipster DJ, so it could work.
That guy was really cool. So and I was like to the person next to me, I was like, "Does he look like this guy?" And they're like, "Holy shit, is he Eric Young?" I was like, "Hey, I'm not about to ask. That guy's crazy."
I'm not. Yeah. Oh yeah. He'll try to rip your head off or something.
Yeah. You just bring out a table. I don't know what.
Nikki Cross will come out of anywhere and just start swinging. So.
Yeah. Anyways, NXT Takeover, Phoenix.
Yeah, good little first episode, sort of. This is like episode
0.5.
Half. Not
episode
even like
0.5.
This is like episode half. 0.5, yes. Check out the other 0.5 episode on NewWorld Nerds. I forgot your channel for a second.
Yeah, that's okay. I forget it sometimes too.
Oh,
wait, it's on my fake play button right behind me.
It's not fake, it's real. Don't break kayfabe.
Don't. Okay, yeah, that's right. I'm Superman, Nikko. I'm flying through the air, and I'm gonna laser beam right your head off. All right, brother. Take your vitamin.
I think that's gonna do it for.
I was gonna take your vitamins. Eat your prayers. That doesn't make any sense.
I think that's where we might draw the line for this episode.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. You can find me at the NewWorld Nerds YouTube channel. Go ahead, Andy. You tell them where they can find you. Oh, wait, they're already here. Subscribe.
Yes. Subscribe to the Nerd Crew channel on YouTube as well as the Nerd Crew podcast every Tuesday. Except this week, I think we'll come out a little bit later because I'm busy tomorrow night.
He's got a life. Who knew?
I have a life. I'm going to a basketball game tomorrow night that I paid tickets for a while ago. Tangent. But anyways, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at Nerd Crew Podcast, as well as all other social media platforms. You can find us there as well. You can find me on Twitter at I'm Andy York, where I normally don't tweet about like wrestling stuff on there. That's more of like my sports channel thing. So like you'll see me tweet out about Kentucky basketball all the time.
Nice.
Because that's the main thing I watch. So, but on the Nerd Crew podcast, I was live tweeting throughout. I think we both were live tweeting throughout the Rumble. Yep. So follow us there for that. Also, since I think I lost the predictions, I think we have to go back and recount. But I think I lost the predictions.
Tune in to the end of the next podcast to find out.
Yes, where you can find out and vote on what punishment the loser has to do. Just don't be mean, please. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this first 0.5 episode of the New World Wrestling Podcast.
There you go. He got it.
And we'll catch you guys. And we'll see you guys later.
They're not the true believers.